let's learn about manufacturing of steel. Let's mark this as 1. Transport of raw material to plant. Raw material, iron ore. Plant, factory. Number 2, blast furnace. The iron ore is melted here. Limestone is the fluxing material which is added. Fluxing material, the material which helps to remove impurities. What is the impurity here? Slag. What is slag? Stony waste material. Now comes coke. Coke is burned to heat the ore. Why we are heating the ore or iron ore? So that it can be melted. So now we come to the third stage, pig iron. The molten material, the molten iron ore is poured into molds, and these molds are called pigs. Molds, when we bake cake at home, or if you have seen the YouTube videos also, there are using so many types of molds, so we get different shapes of cupcakes and cakes. So here it is for industrial use. Okay, now there is a story behind why it is called pig iron. Let's learn, or just for your knowledge. In earlier time, there were trenches. They were the molds. Trenches like this long tube-shaped structures. Okay. Now these trenches had branches, side branches like this. And when the molten iron comes, it will go to the side molds. The small trenches is also mold, and it will flow like this. According to them, the main trench, it is like a pig, and the small branches are its piglet. So it got the name pig iron. So we learned something, right? Okay, now let's go to the fourth one. Steel making. Pig iron is further purified by melting and oxidizing the impurities. So pig iron is, we are trying to get the pure form. We are just trying to remove the impurities. How it is done? By melting and oxidizing the impurities. We are melting away, and removing the reduction of oxides are taking place. Okay. Now comes the main part. Manganese, nickel and chromium are added. Exam point of view, MCQ point of view, 1 marker question, it is important. So what is the role of each? Manganese, it improves the strength. Otherwise steel will be very brittle. It will break very easily. So if the question comes, name the mineral which hardens the steel, or which is added to steel to make it more hard, you have to write manganese. Okay children. Now nickel. What is the role of nickel? It increases toughness. Chromium, it resists corrosion. Rust doesn't happen because there is chromium. The chromium is added while steel is made. So this is very important. Now let's go to the last one. Rolling, pressing, casting and forging. Obviously it is rolled, pressed into various shape. Casting, again mold. Forging. Forging is also, here they are trying to make different shapes of the metal by heating it and then hammering it. Okay, it's also a sort of casting, but here first it is heated, then it is hammered into different shape. Okay, hope it is clear how the steel is manufactured. First, the raw material is transported to the factory, that is plant. Then iron ore is melted in the blast furnace. Limestone is acting as a fluxing material, which is trying to remove the impurities. Here the impurity is slag. Coke is the fuel which is burned to heat the ore so that iron will melt. And the molten material is poured into molds called pig. We know why it got the name pig iron. Now steel making, another very important part according to the exam point of view, MCQ point of view. Pig iron is further purified by melting and oxidizing the impurities. So impurities are removed and we add manganese, nickel, chromium. Manganese to harden the steel, nickel to again increase toughness, chromium to resist corrosion, and finally it is rolled, pressed and casted into various shapes according to the demand in the market. Okay children, all the best. Thank you.